right, you guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be talking about something that happened last week. JD Vance joined Blue Sky and promptly got banned off of Blue Sky. But is there more to the story than that? Let's find out. But before we do, this is your reminder to subscribe to this channel and give this video a thumbs up. All of my other social medias are linked down below as always. And without any further ado, let's dive right in. Okay, so JD Vance joined Blue Sky, and for those of you who don't know, it is the Facebook version of X. They started about a year or two ago, I believe, and the thing is that nobody really uses it. I mean, a lot of people use it, but it's all leftists, so it's just a leftist echo chamber. Now, he posted this first. It says, "Hello, Blue Sky. I have been told this app has become the place to go for common sense political discussion and analysis. I'm so thrilled to be here to engage with all of you." And then he posts this because he was obviously did this on purpose, testing the waters. It says, "To that end, I found Justice Thomas's concurrence on medical care for transgender youth quite illuminating. He argues that many of our so-called experts have used bad arguments and substandard science to push experimental therapies on our youth. I might add that many of those scientists are receiving substantial resources from big pharma to push these medicines on kids. What do you think?" So coming out of the gate very hot, obviously. And he did make this specific post because the Supreme Court did recently vote to uphold Tennessee's ban on child transitioning, which was obviously the correct ruling. Where it got interesting was about 12 to 15 minutes after he posted that, JD Vance got suspended from Blue Sky, which inherently proves the point of the censorship in this case. Now, we look here though, Blue Sky does claim that the reason that Vance's account got suspended was because they suspected it was an imposter. They wanted to verify that it was actually him. And you guys don't buy that for a second, unfortunately. They said, "Vice President Vance's account was briefly flagged by our automated systems that try to detect impersonation attempts which have targeted public figures like him in the past. The account was quickly restored and verified so people can easily confirm its authenticity. We welcome the Vice President to join the conversation on Blue Sky." Now, unfortunately, I just don't believe them. And I'm going to tell you why. Because the reality is this is very similar to how TikTok works. If I post a video and I even say the word transgender in that video is going to at least go under review. A lot of the time, it straight up just gets deleted and I get a strike against my account because there are certain things that you are absolutely not allowed to discuss. And now there were some articles written that said that whatever JD posted did not go against any of the community guidelines. But I want to look at the community guidelines because this is the conversation, right? Is when there was the conversation about TikTok censorship or whatever it was, and the cited reason is you broke our community guidelines. The problem is that these community guidelines are incredibly vague, and that is what we are going to see here. "Don't use Blue Sky Social to break the law or cause harm to others. Please do not praise or promote material from hate groups or prescribed terror groups." Now, the terror groups, sure, okay, obviously. But what's a hate group? Because they might say the KKK or Antifa, anything of that nature. But the problem is the term hate group is pretty broad. And saying that he agrees with Justice Thomas very well could be considered hate group or hate speech. There are no limits. There are no barriers around this because it is so broad. And that is the problem with laws around hate speech, right? Is that where's the line? And so I would not be surprised if this is the one that auto-flagged. But it could also be, number 2, treat others with respect. For example, no harassment or abuse directed at specific person or group, including but not limited to sexual harassment and gender identity-based harassment. Or B, promoting hate or extremist conduct that targets people or groups based on their race, gender, religion, ethnicity, nationality, disability, or sexual orientation. So here's the reality. JD Vance said nothing wrong. But if you are on the left, then he did. And if you are on the left and of that particular bent, then you are going to think that what he said promoted hate. especially the dropping of big pharma involvement, because that implies that they don't actually care about these children transitioning. They just want to make money, which is absolutely the reality of the situation. But they don't want to acknowledge that. And so therefore it's hate speech. And that's how this works. Frankly, the only reason that he was reinstated is because he's the vice president. Your average Joe Schmo would not have gotten reinstated. There's just no chance. And so, yeah, looking at the community guidelines, this is why I don't buy into the fact that they thought he was an impersonator. I just don't buy it. And this obviously started a conversation about why it is so important that Elon Musk purchased Twitter, because this was the exact way that Twitter operated before Musk purchased it, was you would get censored for pretty much anything. And that's how Facebook was. And that's how YouTube pretty much still is. And it's a very difficult game to play because you have to be careful of what you say. When I post a TikTok talking about anything that has to do with a transgender issue, there are so many words that I cannot say because they will flag the algorithm and the video will get put under review. And if I'm saying anything at all factual, it's going to probably get deleted. So now, I do want to mention that things have not been perfect under Elon Musk. I have spoken out against things that he's done multiple times. One that I can remember specifically is when he deleted Destiny off of the platform. He did get reinstated, but regardless, it was the wrong move to do it at all. But to pretend like it's not light years better would be naive. It would absolutely be naive. And that's kind of the thing, is everyone talks about the rise of anti-Semitism or racism or whatever it is on X, and there absolutely is, but that's the point of free speech. You have the right to be a racist. You have the right to be an anti-Semite. You have the right to have your heart filled with hate. You have the right to do these things. That's what free speech is. It's not a good way to live your life, to have genuine hatred in your heart all of the time. I know that I can get pretty heated on here, but a lot of it is in jest. A lot of what I say is just in jest. It's a consequence of your God-given right to speak at the end of the day. And so, yeah, I just thought this was really interesting. I thought this was just a fascinating example or game that JD Vance played, and he got the point across very well, very clearly. And of course, Blue Sky is going to try and claim that they deleted him for this reason or that reason, but it's not true. I don't believe it for a freaking second. No, he got deleted because he said things that he's not supposed to say out loud. That's just the reality of the situation. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Do you think that Blue Sky actually deleted him because they thought he was an impersonator? Or do you think that he put triggering words up that triggered the algorithm to remove the post and the account? You let me know in the comments what you think. And if you've made it this far into the video, make sure that you are subscribed. You have committed to watching the whole video. You might as well commit to the subscription as well. And give the video a thumbs up while you're at it. And I will talk to you guys next time. Bye!